Welcome back for another episode of my Tesla Robotaxi video series. In this episode, episode 15, we ride from the Austin Community College all the way over to Austin Parks and Recreation Department. Now, this location ended up being a bit more tricky than I expected originally, mainly because there was an event going on at an event center not too far down the road from the Parks and Recreation Department building. So they were actually having parking lot attendants in there. And the reason why I'm telling you this is my GoPro ends up freezing at the end, so kind of missed the most important part of the ride. There were no interventions though, and there were no hesitations, so you didn't really miss a whole lot, but just some context. And I'll speak more to it there as we get along here. But anyways, let's go for a ride here and see how Robotaxi handles this college campus parking lot here as it gets out. With the drive now started, we're kind of getting out of this roundabout area here near the front of the campus here. And then we have a few speed bumps that we have to traverse before we can exit the parking lot. So the car does, again, a good job of detecting those. I have yet to see it miss any of them. So again, there's one there that you saw the car slow down for. And then there's another one here. It's not going to pick up too much speed that it has to shut off. So you'll see now it slows down again, goes over the speed bump, and then goes forward. So pretty routine, but nice and comfortable for the passenger here. And then following up that, we have a unprotected right turn here onto a busier road. There isn't a lot of traffic typically at this time, but other parts of the day, especially when school's in session, this is a very, very busy road. So did a great job there of not waiting too long and going once it was cleared to do so. As you can see, Robotaxi here starts reacting right about now to the stop traffic ahead, and then gradually starts to slow down, which provides for a very comfortable experience for those sitting in the back. And again, can't stress this enough, but I get car sick really easily, and I have still yet to get car sick in a Robotaxi. So that should speak volumes for how comfortable the ride is in even its current state. So here we're coming up on, it looks to be an active crosswalk, but the pedestrian looks to have just crossed on the right there. But yet the car, since it sees the lights flashing, still comes to a complete stop, makes sure that nobody's in the crosswalk, and then proceeds forward. So maybe a little overly cautious, but I'm not going to knock Robotaxi for this because I'd rather be safe than sorry in these situations. Well, at the end of the ride coming up here, we do traverse a similar area when we went to the Long Center for the Performing Arts. That's actually right to our left. So normally we would enter this roundabout ahead, spin around, and then turn right into the parking lot. However, the Parks and Recreation Department building is actually further down this road here. So we'll actually proceed straight through this roundabout, eventually get up to this traffic light, and then cross the intersection. Unfortunately, here my GoPro cuts out. But the only interesting part, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, is that there was a parking lot attendant there that was getting parking passes for people that were staying for the event. And the car did stop for that at that booth, but then proceeded once they waved it by, which I thought was pretty cool. Once you were waved through, the car then proceeded forward and found a drop-off spot just past the curb, which was perfect. So overall, another great ride for Robotaxi. It did handle a good edge case at the end. Unfortunately, again, my GoPro didn't record it, so I apologize for that. I'm definitely going to be resolving that in the future by getting a different camera. But anyways, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.